गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ।
There are only two options now. Either we go down in the bottom of Indian Ocean and die there, no more India, or we take a U-turn and teach the whole world what science is, what meditation is, what spirituality is.
I learnt a big lesson of my life. Any service is an opportunity.
What's your true nature? You are spirit by nature. A spark of divine is in every one of you. The all-powerful spirit can do anything and everything.
Always in your mind, two thoughts comes. Either do it or don't do it. One is constructive, the other one is destructive. These, you cannot stop it. What you have to...
We have been organizing a number of programs, mostly involving the youth so that they can imbibe the spirit of Swami Vivekananda and transform themselves and transform the nation tomorrow. The objective and theme of the seminar is also same today. That is transforming the students to transform the nation tomorrow. Now I request Pujya Brahmacharya Swamiji's Summit to kindly render Vedic chanting to mark the auspicious beginning of the convention.
Sahana bhavatu sahanau bhunaktu sah viryam karavavahe tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Sthapakaya cha dharmasya सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्निर्दाधिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता धिया सर्वविद्या स्वरूपान्तां सारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित् सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे सच्चित् सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे।
Light is a mark of wisdom, and the greatest light lit by Swami Vivekananda is ever burning the whole world with the knowledge of wisdom. And I request Pujya Swamijis and also our chief guest and also the guest of honor to kindly lit the lamp and also offer floral tributes to the holy trio, Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda.
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम। Offering my namaskaram, salutations at the holy feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda. My namaskars to the faculty and coordinators of various colleges. A very good morning, greetings to all my young friends. You're all present here to participate in a very unique very special youth convention, which should not just become a convention. It should become a turning point, a new process in your daily life. As you know, this is an exclusive package for engineering students. Give you the strength, the awareness, the confidence, the focus, the faith which Swami Vivekananda had in the youth of India. So this particular convention aims at a very subtle program, subtle theme which you might have heard, transforming the youth to transform India. 67-70% is the youth population. So once you get transformed, your character, your knowledge, your competency, your career, that will take lot of leap for India. Because at present, as all of you know, there is political uncertainty, there is lack of leadership, lot of crimes increasing day after day, one step forward, 5 steps backward. How to solve this problem? Should we go on crying over the problem? Vivekananda says, brooding over problem will not solve your problem. You have to think of strength. Cold has come into your nose, some ENT problem. So you go on crying. Headache is there, go on crying. What will happen? It will increase. Go and find out the solution which is within you and which is before you. In short, what Vivekananda wants from all of you engineering students is, beautifully puts it here, last quotation I'll read for you. With no strength in the body, no enthusiasm at heart, no originality in the brain, what will they do, these lumps of dead matter? By stimulating them, I want to bring new life into them. See the message. Vivekananda has come to stimulate all of you, to stimulate all of us, our mind, our heart, bring new life to our dead bones. Then he continues very nicely, to this I have dedicated my life. Who has dedicated? Swami Vivekananda. I will rouse them in the youth of India. I will rouse them with the infallible power of the Vedic mantras. Just now you heard the Durga Suktam. Navaratri started 3 days ago. Today is the 4th day. But what is happening to the nation? Where is that Durga? It's just in the image, just in a temple, not in our heart, not in our character. Durgati Nashini Durga, Mother has come in 9 different forms to remove the suffering. But we don't accept the Mother. We accept Tom, Dick and Harry. We want only the American, this system, that system, and they don't have any backup at all. So Durga doesn't end with only this Navaratri. It should enter into our heart. So Vivekananda says, I am born to proclaim to them the fearless message, arise, awake, be you the helpers in my work. He is requesting all of us. He is inviting all of us to become helpers in his work of regenerating, rebuilding India. In Ramakrishna Math, we believe in active participation, not silent spectators. So I request all my young friends, in your pocket or in your bag, there is your best friend. That 6 inches fellow, it is controlling the big man, an engineer's mind. Be careful with that. Don't worry. Even Prime Minister will not be worried if you don't talk to him. This friend, that friend, whole thing is going in the negative direction. Technology is good servant but bad master. So you are all technology students. So Murthy will tell you much more. ISRO, the first rocket which was sent when Vikram Sarabhai, Satish Dhawan, Abdul Kalam were there as young people, the first rocket landed up in a coconut tree. That was the condition of ISRO. Today 100th satellite has gone. When they started working for ISRO, 22 hours, 24 hours, sometimes 28 hours, wholly dedicated their technology, their mind for India's satellite mission. That is ISRO, which fights against NASA today. But unfortunately, modern BTechs come, MTechs will come, MS students will come, 8 hours work, 5 times coffee break. Where will that satellite go? How will you expect India to become strong? Science and technology spirituality and technology should go together. We welcome Sri Mukteshwar Rao ji, we welcome Dr. Murthy, we welcome the NTPC our friend, and also many others who will join us in part of this today's program. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Have a joyful, inspired learning.
I have a great pleasure in welcoming Mukteswara Garu. I request him to give his chief guest address on this occasion.
ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थं विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं हेमाभं पीतवस्त्रं करकलितलसद्धेम पद्मां वराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सकलमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं. Good morning to all of you. Before I go to the subject, I just thought I would share some of good ideas which I learnt during my career and also during my living. I want to share a few of them. If you like them, take them, or otherwise just leave them. Like in cell we receive the message, if you already paid the bill, you ignore this call or ignore this message. Like that I want to say, ignore this message if you already know this or if you don't want it also. Let's begin with Rama. You know, Rama went to Lanka searching Sita after a great deal of agony and suffering. Finally, Rama along with his armies could reach Lanka and killed Ravana. After killing Ravana, Rama proposes to go back to Ayodhya. At that point of time, Lakshmana tells him, why should we go back to Ayodhya again? Ayodhya is the place where they started their journey, Ayodhya is his homeland. Why should we go back to Ayodhya? Ayodhya, we left long back. Ayodhya is only a normal place, but this is really wonderful, this is really great, and lot of wealth everywhere. Lot of wealth everywhere in Lanka. Lot of gold. Even the whole Lanka is built up with gold and jewels and ornaments and all precious things of the world. In Valmiki wrote Ramayana, all of you know this. Valmiki puts it in a good sloka. He says, Apichet Swarnamayi Lanka. Then Rama says, why should we go back to Ayodhya, which is a normal place? Why don't we stay in Lanka itself? That's the question of Lakshmana. Rama answers, the answer is like this. He says, no, there's no point of staying here. Apichet Swarnamayi Lanka. Even if Lanka is built up with a lot of gold and jewels and great precious things and all, it is no match to Ayodhya. It's no match to Ayodhya. Why no? Janani Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. Motherland, mother and motherland are superior to what? Superior to the heaven, superior to all kinds of heavens. Even if there are 1,000 heavens or million heavens, they are not matched to mother or motherland. Isn't it? So this is what Rama said. This is one samskara the whole country should learn. Particularly youth should remember. Washington DC or some other place or China, Russia or any other country can offer you anything, but they cannot be India. That's the point I am trying to say. India is India. It's because it's your motherland. You are shaped up here. You are what you are because you are born in India. That's the point I am trying to say. Probably I need to elaborate this point some more time, but because of the time constraint, I am not allowing this. But I am not doing this. But then coming to second point also, I am trying to say this. Have you heard of a famous poet called Gurjara? Yes. How many of you heard it? Right. Good. Very good. What did he write? Or what's he? Is he teacher or is he lecturer or is he an engineer or doctor? What is he? Poet. Good. What did he write? He wrote a classic called Kanya Sulkam. Also, he wrote one greatest poem of the world. I'm trying to say this. Desamante Matti Kadoi. Desabhakti. You know, this particular poem, Deshabhakti, this patriotic song, is now, according to all critics of the world, particularly literary critics, they claim this can be the international national anthem. If there is any national anthem which can be sung by all the countries of all hues and colors, it is only this. That's what they say. For example, what it says is, Desamante matti kadoi, Desamante manushloi. Desamunu preminchumanna, manchi annadi penchumanna. This can be sung by a Russian also. This can be sung by a Chinese also. This can be sung by American also. Desamunu preminchumanna applies to everyone. Manchi annadi koncham, no. Again, the other stanzas also, in a similar vein they run, no? Swanta labhamu konta manuku porugu vadiki todu padavai. This applies to all countries. That's how this particular song, this particular poem has an internationally acclaimed as international national anthem. In this, what the first two lines are very important for all of us to know. Desamante matti kadoi, desamante manushloi. These are very small, understandable Telugu words, but they have a very deep meaning in that. Desamante matti kadoi, desamante manushloi means what? This was written some 105 years back. In those days, people believed about the territorial definition of the countries. Countries are defined by their geographical territorial limitations. For example, if I am a king and he is a king, I annex his area, I conquer his area, then it becomes my part. Then the whole area is redefined. This is territorial redefinition definition of the area. It was taken as a geographical context. It was taken as a geography. Country is not geography. Country is what? Desamante manushloi. It means people. What does this imply to us, to the modern people? After 105 years, let us think. People sitting in this hall, what should we think now? It means, then there are other two lines. If you read the other two lines also, you will understand and appreciate better. Desamunu preminchumanna, manchi annadi penchumanna. Desamu means what? Manushloi. Desamunu preminchumanna means what? Manushloi preminchumanna. You should love your countrymen. But most of us, generally, our patriotism overflows when somebody plays the cricket, when some war takes place with other country or neighboring country. It's not a temporary emotional patriotism. He says, if you love your country, you love your people. Our people are suffering with so many number of problems: superstitions, ignorance, illiteracy, sickness, backwardness, inequalities, so many number of problems there. If you really love your people, you try to remove all these things. Why you know? Because country means people, and if you love the country, you love the people. love the people of this country. This is the point I would like to say. How do you like this idea? Now, cricket-related patriotism or Gurjada-related patriotism, which is better? Gurjada. Gurjada is the only sustaining thing, no? Because, no, we should love our countrymen, we should love our fraternity, we should love our people. That's the point I'm trying to say. Before I conclude, just I have only 5 minutes left with me. I'll just quote two important aspects of the service. We want to serve our country, we want to serve our society. Then what exactly is the service? I know two important stories. Sometime back, I was in Haryana. It's a remote place. I received, those days these cell phones have not come. Only STD public booths are there. I went to a public booth and I was talking to some of my family members. They were telling me some message which I thought I would note down. I have no pen and paper with me. Some old age person was sitting before me, some few yards away. Just I held the phone like this and I wanted him, I made a gesture like this. Then he came forward, he gave me a piece of paper and also a pen. I scribbled, then I put down the phone and gave it to him. I told him, thank you so much. He said, thank you. Then